Death Talk, episode 61. Back at it, beginning of summer. The summer season's here. Is it over yet? I'm ready for it to be over. Mark, comment on that, please.
Why are you ready for it to be over? It literally was the first day of summer last week.
I don't like the summer. I'm ready to move on.
But you said you wanted to go to the beach this year.
That's a lie. I never said that.
You heard it, right?
Yeah, I thought you were going to the beach to do work.
That was my evil twin if that happened. I hate the beach.
Wow.
I must have been in a real good mood that day if I said that.
Hey, you must have been. I don't know. That's weird. I remember you saying that.
I know I always bring so much positivity to this podcast, but there's no way that I would want to go to the beach.
Well, summer is great, and you're missing out.
Not at all. Caleb, care to comment?
Summer, woo.
We're back for...
Caleb's not much of a beach guy either.
Oh. Are you not?
Right?
No comment.
Why? What's the issue?
There's no issue.
Oh, okay. You seem like you were offended that Mark just said that.
Well, he does like to air out my personal business on
Yeah, he has a tendency to do that.
Yeah.
Mark, do you want to comment on that?
Care to comment?
Care to comment?
Correct. I love to air out his personal whatever on the podcast, and I need to somehow to do it because we haven't. I thought the podcast was over at this point, so I had all this stuff.
What are you talking about? We've
inside.
been releasing episodes every 2 weeks.
Yeah, shout out to the listeners.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
Let's just say we move on here and talk about some news or something like that. I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about today?
Let's drop it all and just go freeform. Like, what's going on, man? What's up? Care to comment?
Is Caleb just searching on YouTube?
Is Caleb even paying attention to this episode?
Care to comment?
I've seen that photo before. I've never seen the movie though.
Caleb is completely checked out of this episode.
That's not true at all. I'm here. Both of you, take a chill.
Mark.
Yep.
How about you tell us about the news? We'll talk about some news. We have a lot of things coming. I should probably tease a little bit of the show. We have a lot of things to talk about. We have, as usual, the news, the tours. We have a lot of discussion to talk about. I'm using a new streaming service, guys. Just teasing that. Just want to tease that. I know people are really...
Just want to tease it.
People are really interested in what streaming services I've been using.
They totally care about what you do.
Yeah, and then we're going to do Film School with Rich later, starring myself. I'm actually the star of that portion of the show.
Go to bed.
And we're going to be talking about Eraserhead. Very excited to talk about that.
I thought Film School with Rich was done.
No, we brought it back. We just felt like it. We do whatever we want.
It just pops up when Rich decides to watch a movie.
Yes, that is correct.
Was I just not paying attention?
Guys, it's my show. I mean, I can just do whatever I want.
Sure.
There's a whole lot of me, my, and I going on right now.
Mark, tell us about the news.
Okay, so we just started doing stores, exclusive stores on our site for 2 different labels. One of them is Holy Roar Records, who has a ton of awesome releases that are now all active in our store. We are doing their North American store, to be more specific. Lots of cool releases, so just check out the Holy Roar section of our store. I'm saying this fast and mumbling, but Holy Roar. Holy as in holy, holy, lordy, lordy, and roar as in lion. You've heard of lions
like
before.
The Katy Perry song.
Like the Katy Perry song. That's the only time it's ever been used. And we're also doing a store for Evil Greed Records, who do not have as many releases, but have a good amount of... a handful of good releases coming out, and one is coming out in the next few weeks, a City Keys 7-inch. So that's up for pre-order in the store now. So that has a section on our site as well, so just search Evil Greed. And
we're also doing distribution for those labels as well.
Yes.
So if you are a buyer at a store or
you know someone who works at a record store,
you want to pick some copies up, hit us up. If you didn't know,
or you're going to a record store and it's not there, tell them to contact us.
Yeah, we do distribution. Mark,
lots of it.
Mark does the distribution.
Mm-hmm. Deathwish.
Yeah.
So next, Birds and Road just announced a tour. Caleb's going to talk about that. And we're doing a Bandcamp sale for Personal War.
Correct.
It's going to be half off on Bandcamp. No code required. Just go on deathwishinc.bandcamp.com and look for Birds and Road Personal War, and you'll get it for
half off.
$3.
$3.
$3. Thought it was $4. $3. That's a legitimate steal.
$3. That's it.
Excuse me. So next, there's still some stuff left on the Deathwish Vault section of our store. We put a bunch of rare...
The Vault? What is that?
I don't know. I think a handsome guy with a little flame guards it. But we just put up a bunch of legitimately cool, rare vinyl that we haven't really sold either in a long time or ever.
Well, can we just tell them the truth of what happened?
Go ahead, take it away. Care to comment?
Caleb had a few too many kumbachas.
Kombucha!
Kumbaya, my booch.
Have you looked at the section of the store?
Booches.
And he got a little crazy. Little crazy.
Kombuchi.
Kombuchis.
Kombacho.
Kombatos.
Have you seen that before?
No, I have not. And actually, yes, the Mark is showing me the header of the section actually features Mark's face.
I tried to make it a GIF, but the store doesn't allow GIFs up there.
I'm guarding all the records.
So, go to there. Caleb is drunk with power and just put a bunch of shit from the vault on the store. So
our little gift to you.
If you search Deathwish Vault in the store, a little link will come up, and you click it, and everything there, all the colors that are cool are listed with the color, and then it says DW Vault in the color, so you'll know it's cool.
Because the section's like not on the store.
Yeah.
You have to type it into the search bar.
You have to type it in. Let me just say this right now.
VIP.
I'm just looking through this right now, and there are multiple color copies of Heavier Than Heaven, Lonelier Than God. First press, my G. Still available.
Caleb,
curse splatter.
How did you get the bosses to sign off on this?
The thing is, we skipped the paperwork this time around.
They might not even know. So, you better get on there before they find out.
When they hear this, and hopefully they won't be mad.
The rarest version of Fever Hunting, still available.
There you go.
Take a look, and it's all cool stuff.
The latest full-length album from a band called Modern Life is War, released in 2015 from Deathwish Inc. Records?
It sure is, David.
Whoa!
So, check that out. Deathwish Vault. There's not high quantities of any of these, so they will go away at some point, and you will be sad that you missed out.
We haven't posted these anywhere except Vinyl Collective and the podcast, so
yeah. Take this as your
little treat.
Secret little hint. Next, we haven't released an album in a while. Last thing we released was, I guess it was Self-Defense BBC, but before that was Wear Your Wounds. But we're very excited for the next thing we're releasing, which is the full-length from Burn, your favorite New York hardcore band. Been around for a while. This is their first time doing a full-length. It sounds awesome. We're all very excited about it.
Wait a second, you've heard it?
I've heard it. So,
oh my God, give us a preview.
By the time this podcast goes up, all the information will be up there. The album's called Do or Die. It comes out September 8th. You can check out a link in the show notes or anywhere on the internet to see the artwork. There's also a teaser video you can see with a little clip of a song. And a full new song, and pre-orders will be coming in the next few weeks or so keep an eye out for that. And it sounds great. They're recorded at God City. Mm-hmm. Burn's just exciting, and they're great live. So if you like Burn or heard about Burn, get excited. It's awesome.
It was mastered by Howie Weinberg.
Howie
a little
Weinberg.
bit of background on this. Have you ever heard of Howie Weinberg?
Not until you told me about
Weinberg?
him.
He's done a few things. He's done Slayer. You ever heard of Slayer before?
Who's that?
Yeah. He mastered a Sonic Youth record.
Never heard of him.
I think he's done a Deftones record. So
is that a band?
He's done some really cool stuff, and he just mastered the new Burn record. So
Burn, for fans of Burn.
Yes. Very excited to put that out.
It's awesome. It's really good. The first song that's coming out is really good. So only a couple more weeks, but September 8th it comes out in full. And get excited for all the cool vinyl colors and stuff, because everyone picked really good colors, whether it was Rich or Caleb or the band or whatever. The colors are awesome.
Yes, they are.
So that's it.
Pretty stoked.
And there'll be some more info on the vinyl, because there's a lot to talk about about the vinyl for the vinyl version of this record.
Ooh, so there's
whoopsie.
a lot.
Yeah, but that's it. Any more news, Marky?
That's it.
Marky Mike Stan?
Yep, that's it.
Caleb, tell us about the tours.
All right. First off, we got Birds in Row just announced a European tour with Mercy Ties. This goes July 18th to August 10th. In there, I forget the date exactly, but they're playing Fluff Fest in the Czech Republic. That's pretty cool. Super Unison announced a Mexican tour with Miserable. That's the singer of King Woman. That's her side project, solo project. I don't know what exactly to call it, but that's July 18th to the 29th. Converge also has their North American tour with Neurosis and Amon-Ra coming up. That's July 28th through August 7th. They also announced a European tour with Havoc, Gurguts, and Revocation. That's August 18th through the 26th. Last but not least, you know them, you love them, Burn, playing RevFest. That's coming up soon, end of the month, 29th.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, yeah, I guess, once we post this. So, head to it.
Very cool. News, tours, done.
Tour ding.
This point came up. We were talking about it. I don't know, in the office at some point. We're like, "Oh, we should talk about the podcast." How come do you guys talk to people that say like they don't listen to new music?
Yeah, this is frustrating and confusing.
This is weird, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever like get in the discussion with like someone and they say, "Yeah, nothing really good lately has come out."
Yeah, there's no good music anymore, or it's like not a discussion, and this no one in specific, but like people you just like all they listen to is stuff they listened to in high school.
Yeah, it's like it's extremely frustrating, and I realize that we're in a privileged position where we just get to listen to music all day long. But I can't imagine not like checking out new things and listening to new things. I can't, you know what I mean? Like I can't like imagine like what that's like, and
I don't know what it is. Is it like because it's so easy to find new music? Like literally, like any streaming service, YouTube, anything, you pop it open, and they're trying to give you new music to listen to. So
yeah, I mean, it's always getting pushed on you.
Is it like? Are you like, no, I'm just done, like totally uninterested, shutting it off, or is it a thing where it's like too many choices, where you're just like overload, and then you end up listening to nothing?
Well, we were talking about the other day that like not everyone gets to listen to music all day at work. Like I know that we do, but like, so like it's funny because I feel like I've been as the years go by, and I think I actually have data to prove this because I'm that type of person. That like every year I listen to more and more music. Like I don't know what it is. Like I don't, and maybe it's just
more in general, or
yeah.
Like
every year, it's like my track plays go up.
That's crazy.
I don't know. I think it's just I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's
so easy.
Every year it's more easily accessible, and I don't know because I use like you know how like Last.fm hooks up to Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
You can sign into Last.fm and it just shows you like what you listen to, or what it connects to that and does your stats, whatever. And like every year,
I should sign up for Last.fm because Spotify just keeps dicking me around and not sending me the email at the end of the year.
Well, yeah, I do that, and it will say like, oh, you've listened to this many tracks or this many hours of music or whatever. I think you can like get that somehow, and like every year it just keeps going up and up and up. So, that's weird, right?
I don't think it's always like that people actively don't want to listen to new music. Sometimes, yeah, some people don't want to put in the effort to listen to anything new, but a lot of times I think that it's just not, even though people enjoy music, it's not a priority. There's like 10 things in their life they'd rather waste time thinking about than music. It's just not as important to them, whereas all of us and some other people we know, it's just sort of like, it is one of the priorities where we're paying attention to it more and like listening to music a lot, whereas some people just like it as in the background or something that they knew from high school or, I don't know.
I just can't imagine like, I like imagine you have this like collection of music, right?
Yeah.
And like say like and every year you're just like, oh, I added a couple more albums to my collection this year. You know what I mean? Like, I mean. I started actually, we'll talk about this more later, but I started saving more music and building collection more, not like I used to. And I must add a new album or every week, maybe a couple every week. You know what I mean? That's like, oh, I like this album. I'm gonna put it into my collection. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm gonna listen to it later again. And I just can't imagine not doing that. It seems odd. It's like, I mean, Caleb's a perfect example. Like, Caleb's like a movie guy. I would consider Caleb a movie guy.
Oh,
would you consider yourself a movie guy?
Sure.
Would you ever think to yourself, like, I'm just gonna stop watching new movies eventually?
No. Impossible.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But maybe it's just different for different people. Maybe it's just because and maybe that's why we work in music, is that we're almost like kind of addicted to it.
Yeah.
There is a certain amount of addiction to like finding new music all the time.
It's like collecting.
Yeah.
I have some friends that I'll just be like, hey, there's this album that came out and I think you'd like it. And I'll just send them a link. And they're just like, how do you know about all these albums? But it's like, it's not like I tell them about 60.
Yeah, I don't feel like I know. Like, I talked to some other people and it's like, holy shit, you know way more about music than I do. Like, I don't feel like I know that much. I feel like I'm very surface level as far as
that's what's crazy is because I don't feel like I know. There's a lot of shit I do not know about, but compared to some people, I know so much.
Yeah, Keith drops like Keith, who works in our mailroom here and warehouse. He'll drop names of albums that I've never heard of in my life, and I go on Spotify and there's like less than 1,000 plays and all this. I'm just like, how did you find this out? Like, how do you know about this?
He's good at doing the research and listening. He listens to everything. Yeah. So, and I feel like an old fuddy duddy compared to him. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But like at the same time, it's like I talk to my friends or whatever, and they're just like, people that used to go to shows with back in the day, like hardcore shows, and they're just like, yeah, there's no good hardcore bands anymore, huh? I was like, nope. There's so many of them. There's lots and lots of them. Maybe more now. I don't know.
20 pop up each day.
Yes. There's too many of them. So, but yeah, it's funny. It's funny when people can't distinguish like there's no good music anymore versus I'm just not as involved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They think since they're not there every day, it's just done.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know. It's weird. There's a bunch of adults I know, like friends' parents or friends' dads or moms, that it's just like James Taylor and Fleetwood Mac's Rumors is just like the end all of music that's like good and worth their time.
And that guy that does the Margaritaville song,
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Parents love Jimmy Buffett. Some
do. My parents don't.
I think Jimmy Buffett has a retirement home. He has a.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah. Guy does everything.
Yeah, I'm sure he's loaded.
We should see if we can get Jimmy Buffett on the show.
I bet we could.
Jimmy, if you hear us.
But
we want to go to Margaritaville.
Like, even now I think about it, the only times my parents ever listen to music is like the radio in the car. My mom listens to like show tunes on ERS on Saturdays.
Show tunes?
Yeah, the Emerson radio station. Show tunes and acapella music. There's like an hour of that, and she'll listen to that. But they rarely ever put CDs in, or they both listen to Hamilton for 6 fucking months. I forgot about that.
Did they go see it?
No, but they will if they ever can. But they haven't seen it.
It's like super expensive and like crazy to get tickets to, right? Like it's just.
I think it's coming to Boston in like a year, and it's already sold out a year in advance.
Let's do it. Let's do a quick survey. How many of your family members, direct family members, have a music subscription?
1.
0. Well,
I'm 0. Yeah,
they have 1 because I put them on my family plan and gave it to them.
Yeah, that's the one.
They don't use it though.
I don't know if they do.
Yeah. And you talk about a lot that your dad just doesn't get it.
Yeah,
that's the I talk about subscription services to like my sisters and my mom, and they're just like, I don't understand. Why would you do that? I already have all of the music I need.
Yeah, my mom doesn't get it either. She's like, where's all my music? I'm like, think of an artist, search it, and it's there. Like,
the easiest way to explain it to them is like, it's like Netflix for music, but you get everything. You don't get. It's not just like certain things, and they kind of get it, but they're just like, yeah, I don't think I need that.
I got Grandma an Amazon Dot or Echo, the little guy. And I set them up with Spotify, and I said, just say, hey Dingus, play this. Guess what the first fucking thing my mom asked to play it?
What?
AC/DC.
Did she say a Death Talk podcast?
No, shit.
You can tell her to do that.
I probably will. She'll listen. And
if you didn't know,
be disappointed
we are
in
on
me.
the Amazon Echo now. You can tell it to play. I think you have to say a word, play Death Talk Radio Network podcast, and it will play it.
But anyway, AC/DC is not streaming.
Is it? Oh, it's not on anything?
Nope.
Oh, they're
couldn't get it to play.
They're one of
like,
those.
And it's like, of course, the one thing.
There's like a few. There's AC/DC. There's Tool. You can't get Tool on anything.
Oh no, I'm wrong. AC/DC's on here.
On Spotify?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I couldn't get it to work. Never mind.
That's the other thing. I used to have arguments with people. They'd be like, "It doesn't have everything."
It has like 99%.
I know. It's like, yeah, there's like small local bands that's not on there sometimes, and like
they always focus on the negative. It's
whatever big band, or the stuff that's exclusive to Tidal.
Yeah. Ugh, get out of here.
I mean, Taylor Swift's on Spotify now, so like it's all on there. We're good.
Yeah,
that's everything.
Taylor Swift's on there, so we should be good now.
Yeah, she's it. That's all we have for music.
But speaking of, should I talk about my big switch?
Everyone really fucking cares, man. So do it.
Here we go.
I've added a subscription service to my arsenal of subscription services. Apple Music. Welcome to the family.
Paying another $10 a month. It's $120 a year just to
edit in a bass boom there.
Well worth it, Mark.
Do you still have Spotify though?
Yep, I still have Spotify. I have a Spotify family plan.
Yep. So it sucks, right? It sucks. It just looks like it sucks.
Apple Music?
It looks like it sucks. It seems janky. Caleb complains about it whenever he has to use it.
Well, using some of the what are they called? What are they called on Apple Music? Influencer? No.
Curators?
Jesus, thank you. Curators. Some of that stuff doesn't work too awful great, or at least setting it up, but now that we're there, it's pretty good. It's solid. The big issue with it that still exists, but Rich will probably talk more about this, he explained it a little bit, is like the difference between iTunes and Apple Music. It's really, they're still kind of combined, and it's confusing and weird.
Yeah.
But once they work that out, I think it'll be pretty much fine.
Will they ever just get rid of iTunes?
No.
I want them to.
Actually, I put an article in there we're going to actually talk about after this, why it's going to be a while.
My big question is, like, why not just get rid of iTunes and, like, just combine it officially, and, like, we don't need to call it iTunes anymore, just Apple Music.
Long story short, there are certain areas in the world that are certain territories that do not have streaming yet. And they're still downloading, mostly it's because of bandwidth issues, where, like, they don't want to, there's not great cell service everywhere you go, so they want to download their music and not stream it everywhere.
Gotcha.
That's one of the bigger ones. And some people Apple Music has not cannibalized iTunes sales as quickly as Apple thought they would. So there's still 24%. I think it was. I gotta get this right. Yeah, iTunes accounts for 24% of the sales in the U.S., which they thought it was going to be much lower. At this point.
But what I'm saying, like, I don't like. I'm not saying actually get rid of iTunes. I'm just
separate it.
Just no. Like, combine it. Just call it Apple Music now.
Yeah, there's two different interfaces, so
that's what I'm getting. That's what's so weird. You're like, which am I on? What am I doing?
I can only assume that this is the thing, but they built Apple Music from the ground up, and they didn't want to put it on top of old infrastructure.
Probably, yeah.
I can just assume that.
I just think, isn't it confusing how you can search, and you can either search in iTunes or in Apple Music?
Yeah.
It, like, gives you the option. It's just like, where am I even searching? Because it's one bar.
Sorry, I just want to equate this just to explain a little more. It's kind of like when we made our new store, where we were just like, well, we could rebuild the old store. We could give the old store a facelift and make it work somehow. Mm-hmm. Tim Gunn. And instead we just said, no, let's just burn it to the ground and start from scratch.
Yeah.
So in that case, I feel like it was the right decision.
Yeah, but using that analogy, this is like having the burnt version still up along with the new one.
It's
that's
like,
where it's like,
well, some people don't want to use the new thing. They're used to the old thing, so let's keep the old site up for them.
Which makes, I can't blame them.
And
for that.
There was when we still have some people say, like, you used to have this on the old store. Why don't you have this anymore? And it's just like, well, this doesn't work, or like it's just like not enough people were using it. Wasn't there like perfect, we don't sell downloads on our store anymore.
Yeah.
Why? Here's the reason why we don't sell downloads on our store. Our system is not as good as Bandcamp's. Correct. They have a much better system for selling. We didn't see there was of all the sales, downloads were probably a very small percentage. It was
like
a very small.
It was like less than 10% of people were using the code.
Well, I'm not even talking about the download codes. I'm talking about the download codes. I'm talking about just sales of downloads through our store. The customer service that we had to do to maintain the downloads were crazy. You would not think that just downloading something, buying something on our store and downloading it would be such an issue. Yeah. But some people are just like
limiting
something's
to
not
one
working,
download,
or this isn't the bit rate that I want. And it's just like with Bandcamp, just go to Bandcamp. You can download however you want. You can stream it. It's just like a way better system than what we can build in house here. So.
Also,
if I'm tangent, but sorry.
No, it's okay. It's important.
But it's similar to the whole why isn't iTunes and Apple Music together? It's just it is. It isn't, because there are things that we don't know about that wouldn't work together. But sorry, go ahead.
Why did you do it?
Oh, because and this isn't going to turn into Rich's tech corner, okay?
It already has. Just keep going.
I use my iPad a lot for work now. Over half the time probably I'm on my iPad.
Wait a second. Are you an AMC Stubs member?
We'll talk about that later. But you guys see me on my iPad a lot, right? I'm using my iPad a lot during the day.
Yep.
And Spotify updated their app recently on the iPad, and it's just like, it's horrendous.
The desktop app doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, there's been some real issues, and I found that so I was like, oh, I should. A lot of people were talking about Apple Music, and I was like, I should give Apple Music another shot. And I did, because I haven't used it since that first week or month or whatever that it came out, and I started using it. I was like, oh, I really like it. A couple things I like. It puts emphasis on building music collections, which I don't have on Spotify, which I kind of enjoy. I like adding stuff to my collection, and
I would argue Spotify has this functionality. I just don't think you use it.
They have the functionality. I was using it. It's just not as good as Apple Music, the way they incorporate it.
Anything I want to listen to, I save to my albums and check it out later.
Yeah, I built a pretty big library in Spotify, but it didn't work. Like, it doesn't. I feel like they're more like playlists and searching and finding what you want, and it's not as much as like building a music collection. I don't know. It's just my personal feeling. I could be. Some people
the
be
playlists
like,
are huge, and like the whole algorithmic this or that.
Yeah. So I was having problems with the app. I liked what Apple Music was doing. Like, visually, I just liked the way it looked. It worked for me. I also like the fact that there's a lot more attention to like labels, I feel like. And obviously working for a label, I like that. Like, there are label oriented, and I know that like Spotify, any label can make a playlist if they want. Like, obviously we do every week. Follow Deathwish Staff Fix playlist. But like, Apple Music had people in house that were making these, and I thought it was really cool that they actually paid attention to that. It was actually easier to find for me. I like the fact that it just had like, I can go to the metal section and just look at the new records that came out this week. I feel like that's not there on Spotify. Do you guys agree?
It's not.
It's playlists are there.
They have a best new metal playlist, but it's not the kind of metal you would want.
Yeah, I just want to go to the metal section or the alternative section or indie, whatever it is, and just see like, hey, what are the new albums this week?
What I like in response to that is the thing I hate the most about Spotify is, I'm just clicking on it now, the new releases thing. I wish you could filter genres, because it's just the like, most mainstream shit is going to be
exactly,
there, or
and
whoever
that's what
pays
featured
the most.
That's what gets featured, and it's just like, I know that the new Kendrick Lamar record's out. Like, you don't have to tell me that. Like, everyone knows that. You know, like, I want to know like the new stuff that's on, like, that I may have missed that's on a smaller label, because it didn't get advertised to me. You know what I mean? I want to know that stuff.
Are you the one? I read an article somewhere. You probably sent it to me, just assuming, but like or maybe Mark, I don't know. But anyway, these major labels bought up all these playlist curators that were, got their start at the early days of Spotify and have thousands and millions of followers, whatever. They bought them up, so like, if these major labels have a new release, they just throw it at the top of that playlist. they get the play count way up for the track, and then they're like cheating the Spotify algorithm, because then when it gets a certain amount of plays, Spotify picks it up and it puts it into Spotify's actual things, and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
and it just keeps.
I think we discussed this on the podcast maybe before that.
Probably.
Like, there's a algorithmic way to get
to make a hit song
on Spotify. Yeah. It's like as long as it gets through the right channels, they will just be like, yep, it got enough plays to have it be a hit, and chart. It can even chart just because it got through the right channels.
And like there's a lot of fake news, let's say, about like streaming royalties and stuff, but like that's like real money. That's like
And look, I don't want to like I think each service, and I think all of the services have their perks. Like Amazon Music is great because it's like a part of your Prime subscription. You don't have to pay for another subscription; it's already part of that. So like, I even tell like my sister who has like Amazon Prime, is like, you can just use Amazon Music. Like she had no clue. Like it's just like, what is that and how do I do it?
Yeah, there's a lot of dope shit on Prime you don't know that you have.
Yeah. Or like if you subscribe to YouTube Red, you get Google Play Music for free with it. So like you can just use that. So there's perks to every service. Except Tidal, and no, I'm just kidding.
They have music videos.
They have Jay-Z's new album. Okay, they have Jay-Z's new album, and
did you see this article the other day? I don't have a link for it, but people can start paying to have their songs placed into playlists.
That was a little overblown.
Really?
They were testing that.
Okay,
it's not an official thing.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna not comment on that until it's an actual thing.
And also, like, that's already been happening. Like, let's not even pretend.
I don't want to say like there was like, hey, here's $1,000 and you could put us on our playlist. That doesn't happen, but like they're definitely like, you pat my back, I'll pat yours.
Yeah.
Now,
and also like the thing I just said, like they own these playlists.
There's that too. Yes.
Long story short, if anyone's working at Spotify, there's going to be a really dope burn single in a couple weeks. Just looking for a playlist.
I don't want to. I'm not like I think every service has its own thing, and you like what you like, and I'm just saying that streaming isn't. And I know we talk about streaming a lot on this podcast, but like it's important. It's what people. It's like how the majority of people are listening to music now, and it's growing, which is great. But yeah, everyone has their own thing, and I just like Apple Music right now. That's the cool thing right now for me.
Dope.
Over and out.
I thought about switching to Pandora for a second when I tried it, but then because it's not bad, but I just feel like I'd be missing out because I feel like Spotify is where it's happening. It seems to me. It just seems like
that's where like most of the innovation is.
Yeah, I don't know, and it just seems. I don't know. I can't really explain it, but. Anyways,
Spotify wasn't necessarily first, but it was like the first one to like majorly take off.
Oh, 100%, yeah. So speaking of Apple Music, there's a story from Bloomberg that says it's labels, their deal's up with labels, and Apple is seeking to reduce revenue for each stream. Or reduce the royalty rate for each stream.
That's cool, because we don't need money.
Yeah, fuck artists.
I think it's like
tech needs more money, music needs less.
Yeah, it always sucks. And it's just like, dude, it's just like, it's a chicken and egg thing. Like, well, Apple, Spotify, Google, whoever, Microsoft, they need music to sell their things because people love music. But we need the tech people to make money because that's where everyone's listening to music now. So it's like, Apple Music has grown quite a bit, which is nice. And their current deal is about 58% of the revenue goes back to the labels and the artists, and I think they're looking to like somewhere between 52 and 55%, somewhere around there, to line up with what Spotify is paying. So I think at this point, Apple Music's like, hey, we saw a bunch of growth. We're the second biggest music streaming service, and by some sort of rate, we're probably going to be close to Spotify at some point, because don't forget, Apple Music is not just on Apple products. You can get it on Android too, which is weird, but you can.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just
there's an
exclusively
Android app for it too.
Damn.
I don't know who would do that, but I guess we would do. I don't really have much to say about that, but
Well,
I understand.
I think you see the headline and you're like, wait, what? How? But like the thought process on this is more subscribers equals more streams.
Yeah. The more people they get on subscriptions, this still, I mean, we talked about it here. Not a lot of people are on streaming services compared to like Netflix and shit like that. Yeah. It's just like it's a very small amount.
They're still huge untapped. So basically, they're still growing. More users means more streams per song.
Yeah.
So even if it's a lower rate, you're still getting more streams.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Because I read this article and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
but it makes sense. But it's still a little bit of a gamble.
Well, one of the interesting things, I think I mentioned this earlier, is that iTunes still accounts for 24% of the sales in the U.S., which is cool. Just people are still downloading music and paying for it. Mm-hmm. And to quote, the growth of Apple Music hasn't been as detrimental to iTunes as labels feared. So, still a good amount of people buying.
I wish Bandcamp would come out with a streaming service.
They do.
Yeah, but it's not.
Can't you just stream? Can't you just stream the stuff you buy?
They have an app, but I don't know if.
Oh, you're talking about something there where you pay a certain amount of money every month and you get to stream everything on Bandcamp.
That would be killer.
I think that would be great too.
Because Bandcamp has all the little guys on top of like the big name players. So
yeah. All right, let's do some feedback, and we'll do what we're into, wrap up the show, and then we'll do film school.
Shut it down.
If you want to be part of the show, you can use the hashtag AskDeathTalk on Twitter. Email us deathtalk@deathwishinc.com, or call the Death Talk hotline at 754-703-8255. That's 754-70-DTalk. Leave your name, where you're from, and a brief message, and we'll play it on the show. It's our preferred method of getting in contact with the show. If you didn't know. Caleb, did you know that?
Whoa, I didn't know any of that, so that's really helpful. Thanks.
We don't have much because we actually, if you didn't notice, we haven't put out an episode for a little while. Things got a little hectic, but it's okay. We're back. We got one thing. This is very important, actually. Michael Kozak. Did I say his name right? Michael Kozak?
Sure.
Long-time listener to the show. Michael.
Long-time, first time.
What's up? Guys, I'm really worried. Is Rich still an AMC Stubs member? Hasn't mentioned it in the last 2 episodes. You're right. But I just wanted to let you know that no need to fear. I am still an AMC Stubs member, and I plan to re-up it.
And also, big news, I'm an AMC Stubs member.
Oh, wow. Welcome. Did you just join?
Yeah, Gotta get ready for Spider-Man Homecoming.
Did you cut the line yet to get into that secret line?
Dude, you order ahead. Come on.
No, for the food.
Oh, for the food? I don't usually get food. It's still really expensive.
You don't even get popcorn?
Popcorn?
When you order popcorn ahead of time, how easy is it to get it?
You just pick it up.
Wait, popcorn? You can order popcorn ahead of time?
That's what you just said, right?
No. I think he's talking about tickets.
No, I order tickets ahead of time. Yeah. I don't usually
fuck with food. You can order food ahead of time.
You can?
Yes.
I thought so.
Yes.
Do you have to be an AMC Stubs member to do it?
I don't
know. If you order your ticket online, it'll try to upsell you on M&Ms and popcorn.
I didn't know that.
But it's like $7. I'm like...
I don't go to the movies as often.
Yeah.
I don't go to the movies very often.
Yeah, why are you re-upping it then?
3 to 6. Because even if you go like twice, it's worth it.
You hate going to the movies. It just pisses you off.
No, it's a love-hate. I fucking love it, but I hate the people.
When I go to the movies, I treat myself, and I go to the Somerville Theater, which I enjoy, and they have the thing you just grab your own popcorn and put the butter. It's like already ready to go. They're just like always like putting it out there, and they have an AMC Stubs line.
That's pretty cool.
I never go at like busy. I try to go during the day or like morning. So whenever I go, the line's pretty much empty. So I haven't had to use that.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's worth it.
I always tell you, Caleb, that I never have bad experiences at the movies. Like, I never hear anyone talking or kicking my seat or anything. But I saw a movie a couple weeks ago, and there were people behind me that wouldn't shut up.
What did you see,
bad,
Baywatch?
Right?
Rough Night.
Oh, was that the one with...
Alana and Scarlett Johansson.
Good?
It was really funny.
What's your Rotten Tomato score?
I don't think it's a good Rotten Tomato score.
No, what's yours?
Oh, what's mine? I'd say an 83.
Whoa! I gotta see this.
I laughed really hard.
But Mark likes really bad, like comedies, though.
Yeah. Most
comedies always get bad scores. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Even if a comedy's good, generally.
But like one of the characters would do something, and there was a group of women that were all talking to each other. So I assume they were friends, and they would be like, "Oh my god, that's me." Like when someone would do something, she's
shut the
like,
fuck
Oh
up.
God.
and stuff like that. And then
then
they
ladies
would
like,
say a joke, everyone would laugh, and then they'd repeat it to each other a couple
Oh.
times. They'd be like, da, 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 da. And I was
That's
just like, geez.
That's so Barbara, isn't it? That's so Barbara. Barbara
They're
would do
saying
that.
stuff like that. And this one woman had sandals on, and she had her foot in between Sam and
Ooh.
I's chair.
Oh, what the fuck?
And I kept looking at her, and she didn't do anything.
Mark.
And Sam kept like pushing her seat back a little bit every once in a while, and she didn't get the hint. And it was next to us the entire movie. The worst is a drive-in theater. Because
I've
those are
never
the
been
best.
to one of those.
those are awesome. I love drive-in theaters. You've never been?
Never been.
Oh,
No.
it's incredible.
Psycho. It's great. I love it. I try to go as much as I can, but people are even more disrespectful
Yeah.
there than they are anywhere else because they'll just be. Because you actually have your own space. You know, you're not that close to someone else. People are yelling or playing music or beeping.
Weird.
Or
that
flashing
stuff's
the lights on
annoying.
the screen, your headlights on the screen, so you can't see it as well. So that sucks sometimes, but
Those are kind of like a special. Like you're outside, you're in your own. Like it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I have a little more
don't get me
slack
wrong,
there.
Do people go to see like new movies at drive-ins, or is it more, or it's not just like classic movies you go see? Like
It's
I mean-
generally only new.
Oh, okay,
Most of the ones I know don't play old stuff.
oh, okay.
Coolest-
I don't want to say classic, but like popular movies. I would say no.
coolest things about drive-ins though is it's the only place that consistently always does double features. Like if you buy a ticket, you're seeing two movies.
Oh yeah. I see.
At least
That's
the ones
cool.
I've been to. So
And then the
It's
second
always
one
cool.
is a little racy sometimes. Ooh. or they have. My dad used to take me to one when I was growing up. We'd always go, and they'd usually have like kind of like the more adult movies on one side, and then like the kids movies on one. We'd go to the kid movie, and I'd be watching Kevin Sorbo's Hercules or whatever, and then looking over to the right and seeing like, I don't know, Barbarella or something. Like, oh shit, boobies is cool. Drive-ins are sick. I miss them a lot.
Is that what you're into this week?
Yeah.
All right, let's do what we're into.
Who's going first?
You drive-ins and
Damn. Yo, I'm
oh my god, yeah,
love
we
it.
know.
It's so good. I know you know, but listeners don't know. This is new for me. This is a new thing. I generally don't like hip hop, but the new Kendrick Lamar album, In Love, on repeat.
It's a great album.
So good.
It grew on me pretty hard.
Yeah.
I listened to it a few times, like, oh, that's good, and then Caleb listened to it 74 times.
Okay, here's how it started. I saw the video for Humble, and I was like,
That's a really good video.
This video is incredible.
Yeah.
And then I was like, shit.
What's the one with?
I think I like this song.
Sorry, hold on one second.
And then you put the album on at the office.
Oh.
And you said it's damn in its entirety, and I was like, shit, I like this song. Next song comes on, I like this one. The whole thing was great, and then it's just been.
Is DNA the video with that actor? What's his name?
Yeah, that's DNA.
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle. Yeah.
Yeah, he just released a new one too for Element, your favorite song.
Oh, I have to watch that.
It's good.
Yeah.
So now I've been going back. I've been listening to all his stuff, watching all the music videos.
Celebrating the
Great.
catalog.
Yeah, I'm a true poser, but I love it now.
Mark, what are you up to?
What am I up to?
What are you into? What are you doing?
I bought an Amazon tablet thing, and I'm excited
Oh,
to
yeah.
read comics.
Oh, Mark.
Caleb
Finally.
Caleb and Rich fucking. I don't even know if it's a good decision, but it could have just been a month-long prank
Do
for
you
them.
enjoy it?
I do enjoy it.
Then it was a good decision.
It was
you
good.
treated yourself.
I haven't really used it too much because I'm still catching up on physical books that I bought. But I'm excited to start buying digital comics.
This
reading them.
is just a comic book machine, right?
It's a comic book machine. I'll probably end up using it for something else. I downloaded the HBO app on there. I was watching Silicon Valley on it.
Isn't it really cool? It's a little screen, sure, but it's like
Yeah.
nice because you can have it as close or far. Like it's great.
It's
I love it so
big
much.
enough. It's not too small.
Yeah.
It's good. So I'm into that. I watched Oh Hello on Netflix twice actually, and it's great. It's really good. So if you think things are funny, you should watch Oh Hello on Broadway on Netflix because it's very funny. And I saw last week this band Bleachers, and I wasn't too hot on the singles the months before the album came out, and now it's probably going to be like one of my favorite albums of the whole year. The album's called Gone Now, and it's very, very good.
Damn. Well,
You're in a dam too.
damn. I'm gonna do some quick hits here because I have a lot to get caught up. People really want to know what I'm into these days, And music, Panopticon. Just discovered that band. Love the catalog.
So weird for you. But
I have no idea. I just discovered it, and I'm like, you know what? I discovered it on Apple Music. Thank you, Apple Music. There we go. I love that band.
Panopticon.
That's how you say it, right?
I think so. People
are like, no, it's a Panopticon.
Just you listening to that is
so
funny.
great. And TV, I'm into. You got to watch Master of None. It's fucking awesome. Silicon Valley, of course. Almost finished up with Parks and Rec. I'm in season 7. Fantastic show. Yeah,
is season 7 the last season?
Yeah. So
it's a really good ending to the show.
I haven't seen it. I haven't finished it yet. So don't tell me.
I won't. But it's good.
Fantastic show. I can't believe I waited this long to watch it.
And talk shit on it for like 2 years.
And it's hard to get past that first season.
First season's really bad,
rough.
and I skipped it. I'm sorry. I watched the whole thing, and then we started rewatching. Megan wanted to watch it, and she's seen a little bit of season 1, but I said, let's just skip season 1.
You honestly
let's just go
get
right
it.
to season 2. It doesn't matter.
I don't
it's
think
fine.
anything connects too much.
Yeah. Twin Peaks is fantastic. It's so great. It makes no sense, but it's
Who's paying you to say it?
Yeah, seriously.
It seems so terrible.
Oh my god, it's so great, and it makes
You're
no
a
sense.
strange one.
I know.
He loves David Lynch and Panopticon. What?
Very big fan of David Lynch, as we'll hear about later. And I'm playing that game ARMS on Nintendo Switch. Love it. Great game. And that's about it. I finished Breath of the Wild, by the way.
Oh, wow.
80-something hours.
80? That's not that much.
Yeah, and I didn't really... So, here's the thing. I finished that game.
Finish.
Of course I didn't actually finish the game. It's like, no, you have to... I don't want... Spoiler alert. I'm not going to spoil it, but, like, you finish the game...
And then you have to go
and
back
it says,
through.
like... You finished it, but you didn't really finish it. Do some more stuff. And it's
You
like...
finished the main story quest.
Barely. No, I didn't.
Oh.
Dude, okay.
So you didn't finish it. Poser.
There's 120 shrines that you need to find and complete.
Busy
I think
work.
I finished like 50.
Busy work, pass.
It's like, and I can't even find them where they are. There's 900 Korok seeds.
Ugh, pass. Busy
And these
work.
are like little, like, stupid little shits that hide under rocks. And you're like, here, I find a Korok seed. Ugh. I found like 50 of them. I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like,
That shit's not fun. I wish games would stop doing
but
that.
it's a fantastic. I mean, at this point, I think it's the best game I've ever played.
I don't want to run around and find a little hidden gem. Like, fuck
Yeah,
off.
I know, but I still. Here's the thing: I still play it. I still turn it on. I'm just like, I'm just gonna ride a horse around town and just do some stupid shit because and it's fun to do. So, shout out to Breath of the
Grand
Wild.
Theft Auto style.
Hey, my brother told me about this yesterday. I wanted to tell you
Yeah.
both. You might like this too. There's a place in Haverhill that I didn't know existed called the Gamepad. It's like a bar or restaurant place, and it has, instead of what's the place in Salem called? Bit Bar, that has all arcade games. This has a bunch of TVs with all these different like actual consoles set up with all the games, and you pay an extra like $4. You can play any game you want.
Oh,
and
that's
they
fun.
list all these games they have. And Sean went. He said it was a lot of fun, so it seems cool.
The Gamepad, you said?
Yes, the Gamepad at the Tap Brewing Company.
I'm down.
But they have PS4, Xbox One, Wii U,
What about Nintendo Switch?
N64, GameCube. They have Nintendo Switch, Sega Dreamcast.
Just added that shit to my life contest for OmniFocus. Get on it.
Oh man. So yeah, into a lot of things lately. We'll talk more about David Lynch.
Do we have any Omni follow-up? It's been a minute. Mark's on it now. He's
Mark,
fully engaged.
How's your OmniFocus going?
It's good. I don't feel as crazy, but still a little bit crazy.
Why a little bit? Let's see if we can fix this.
Have you taken any mind dumps lately?
No.
That's probably why you're backed up.
I don't mind dump. I just
You
take
gotta
it as
mind
I
dump.
take them as they come. I've got it on my phone and my desktop, so I'm good to go. Like,
If people,
I don't have it on my phone, although I feel like I want it on my phone, but I don't think I need it on my phone.
you don't need it. It's
No,
totally
you
it's
don't.
totally extra, but I love having it on my phone. I use it as a shopping list. I use it like as reminders. I use it as everything.
I haven't used it for anything other than work, really.
Yeah.
Yet. But it's dope. It's helped me remember things better, especially when everyone owes me money. Pay up.
Pay up. We coming. Dude, we need to get sponsored by Omni Group.
we must have made them tens of hundreds of dollars.
Yo,
right now.
if one listener
If one-
downloaded it, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yo, if you downloaded it from our recommendation, please call and let us know.
Yeah. OmniFocus.
People have no idea what it is.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Google it.
Yeah.
If you've started drinking kombucha because you heard us talking about it, let us know.
Yeah.
Let Kavita know that we are doing a good job.
Yes, go to deathwishinc.com/kombuchas
Boochies.
for your offer code.
Yeah, go to kavita.com and type in DWAS at checkout.
Tell them we sent you.
There we go. Let's wrap up the show, and then we'll do Film School with Rich. Mark, feel free to bounce if you need to.
Okay.
Mark hates Film School with Rich.
He really does. He gets
I can
visually
tell.
uncomfortable.
Well, I don't hate it.
He doesn't want to be
Don't
here,
pretend.
I just didn't know that this was happening. I didn't know there was a movie.
Maybe you... Oh, you
Was
weren't
that-
here?
No, you weren't
Was that
here
when
on
I wasn't
Monday. You
here?
weren't here on Monday, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
To be honest, I probably wouldn't have watched it anyways.
Yeah.
Too busy watching,
You would have hated it. You would have
Fixer Upper,
hated it.
Property Brothers,
Yeah.
Cupcake
It's not-
Wars.
Yeah. It's not like a mainstream... It's not
Say
like the Lego
yes to the
movie or
cupcake.
something, you know?
It's
You
not like
wouldn't
the Lego
understand.
movie, yeah.
Yo, you know the Lego movie directors...
I'm also into Lego Batman, so fuck yourself. Saw it on a plane.
Yo, Lego movie directors dropped out of the Star Wars.
I saw that.
Han
And I
Solo
also
movie.
saw that.
Isn't Ron Howard doing it?
Yep.
Yeah, I also saw that
he's taking
Disney's
over.
bringing in acting coaches for the dude that they hired as the lead because they're not that psyched on his performance.
I'm amazed that shit is public. How
I
did they
know.
let that get out?
They're probably angry. Someone got fired or whoever let that out. But
of all the spin-offs, like Han
Whether that's-
Solos, that's a big deal.
whether that acting coach thing is true or not, the fact that I know it and other people know it will give like a little bit of a negative thing. Once the
Actually,
trailer's
you know
going to come
what?
out, it's going to be fire and no one's going to care.
You know what?
Well-
it doesn't matter because you were talking to people and they didn't know Rogue One was a Star Wars movie. They're like, that's
right.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to see it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
but Rogue One didn't do as well as they
Oh,
thought.
definitely didn't because it doesn't say Star Wars Rogue One.
Oh,
It was
really?
Rogue One.
It says a Star Wars story.
Yeah, but
it's
it's not the
smaller.
same. It's
It's
not
smaller.
the same. You know, yeah.
Fun fact, Rogue One will be streaming on Netflix next month. So-
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
I'm excited to watch it.
Not good.
Have you not
Pass.
seen it?
I slept through half of it.
Oh, I'll watch it again. I need to
I
watch it.
chalk it up to being like chemo tired. There was a lot of Doctor Strange. I don't remember the second half of it. I
Homie-
slept through that too.
Homie, you just fell asleep in Wonder Woman.
Well, because that was at like 12:30 at night.
No.
Whoa, Mark!
That's too old.
Mook Man, you're too old.
Mark
Right.
is sleeping. Do you wear like slippers and PJs?
No, but I go to
You wear your-
Revere.
do you wear your jammies?
Revere,
No,
dog.
that'd be sick though.
You wear your jammies to the movie
Jammies.
theater?
No, but I go to Revere where they have those leather recliners.
Yo,
Oh.
if he's gonna go to a
Holy
movie,
fuck.
he's gonna make it look sexy.
Yeah.
All right, you guys can continue.
This show's over. If you, stick around if you want to talk, if you want to hear us talk about Eraserhead. But that's been Death Talk, episode 61. Thanks for listening. Again, if you like the show, rate us on iTunes, recommend us on Overcast, and yeah, just say what's up. Give us some feedback. Caleb, let's talk about Eraserhead.
All right.
Let me pull up my notes. I'm very excited.
So first off, what the hell made you want to watch Eraserhead? Just because it's David Lynch?
I've actually asked you a few times about David Lynch, and you told me that this is the one I should watch. This or Mulholland Drive.
This and Mulholland Drive, yep, and Blue Velvet. But you saw that
you've already
first.
given me, and I really
Yeah.
I really liked Blue Velvet.
Yeah, I still am amazed you like David Lynch stuff, but hey, whatever.
I don't know why. I'm just intrigued by it.
It is definitely. It's very interesting. Yeah.
Long story short here, I finished this movie and didn't walk out of it, but I got up from my couch and said, like, I have no idea what just happened. I don't I've never been so confused by a movie probably since 2001, where I walked out and I'm like, I don't know.
No clue. But see, the difference is 2001 you didn't really like, whereas this you loved.
No, I liked 2001.
Okay.
I did like it. Yeah, I liked it. I'm glad I watched it. This one I really enjoyed, and it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't think I'll go around telling people that like Eraserhead's my favorite movie of all time, but like I'm like glad I watched it. You know what I mean?
You're in on the club.
It made me appreciate all of the other things that he's done now, and all the other things make a little bit more sense.
Yeah, it comes together as like a whole, but when you're watching Eraserhead, you're like, huh?
Yeah.
But he's the master of leaving things vague and not tying things up and being very symbolic or
Yeah.
whatever you want to say. He's the master of that. Like a lot of people try similar style and it comes off as like pretentious or whatever. And maybe some people think this of him, but like
I think this movie came out in
like his thing.
77.
77.
I just can't imagine people going into a movie theater and being like,
yeah. Well, I don't think this was a wide release. I have to check, but I doubt. Yeah, I doubt many people saw it in a theater.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, how can people be like...
I think The Elephant Man was his first movie that got, like, theatrical release.
I can't believe someone would just go into the movie and be like, yeah, it was a good movie. Yeah, I liked it. It's just like, what?
Imagine going to the theater, who knows if this happened, but, like, going to the theater, like, yeah, I'm going to go see, Wonder Woman. Oh, it's sold out. I guess we'll see Eraserhead. What's that?
Yeah, it's just like, it's funny, and... So the first, 10 minutes of the movie, there's absolutely no dialogue at all. Mm-hmm. And it just starts with this guy's head. And I was like, this guy looks familiar. Like, who is this guy? And I was like, ended up being one of the actors from Twin Peaks.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. The new season.
No. The guy died.
Yeah,
he died in his 50s. I think he died in the 90s.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
I think he was 53 when he died. Yeah, he's in the original Twin Peaks. And I was like, oh, that's where I know him from. Like, I was like, he looks kind of familiar.
Makes sense. David
Lynch does this a lot. He uses a lot of the same actors in his movies and TV shows, which is funny. But
how's the black and white for you?
I'm fine.
You're not a fan, really?
No, I liked it. I liked it. I mean, I'm sure I watched some remastered HD, whatever.
Well, you watched on Vudu, right?
Yeah, I watched it on Vudu. I had a credit. I wanted to use it.
It's been playing in the background on YouTube this whole time. The quality's not great, but hey, it's a full movie.
Yeah. I loved the. There's just so much. There was so many parts that just made my jaw drop. I'm just like, what?
This is a real kind of creepy body horror kind of stuff with the baby and everything.
Yeah, and they categorize it as a horror movie, and
it's not really.
I wasn't scared at all during the movie, but it was just like, I was just like, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. The E.T. alien baby was crazy.
Yeah.
The blonde woman with the cheeks freaked me the hell out.
In the radiator, or not in the? Who knows?
Oh my god, really freaked me out.
I mean, the whole thing is like a weird fever dream.
So, I mean, I don't want to, getting into... I literally had no clue what the movie was about. I didn't...
That's good.
I wasn't following the storyline.
There's a little bit more of a plot to this than there is on a lot of his shit, which is good.
This season of Twin Peaks is real weird. I don't know if you heard, but the last episode of Twin Peaks, I think it was the 8th episode, people are just like, what the hell? There was no... There was a little bit of dialogue at the beginning.
The finale or just the latest episode?
The latest episode.
Oh, okay.
There was and it had a lot of I don't want to say it reminded me of Eraserhead, and people are just like, I don't know what I just watched, but I loved it. I don't know what I just watched with that latest episode of Twin Peaks, and I was like, but it was awesome. I really thought it was really cool. This guy's different. David Lynch is a different animal.
Yep.
So I went back. What I usually do with these movies sometimes, I'll just go on YouTube. I try not to do this too much because I just want to have my own opinion about it. But I was so lost at the end of the movie.
Yeah, you watch some analysis videos, shit like that.
And sometimes when I watch a movie, I'll just be like, did I just miss something? Am I not following? I feel like an idiot watching it because I'm not following it.
I know what you mean. Yeah, a lot. The thing with this kind of movie, you need to watch it 2 or 3 times if you're going to try to pull out some themes or some kind of metaphors or whatever. You're going to have to watch it a couple times. I mean, you can pick up on some of this shit first time, and also it's all subjective.
Yeah,
mainly David Lynch has never talked about any meaning behind this movie on
famously. He says every time someone says well, this movie's about this movie's about that, he's like, nope, not about that. He'll just say no, it's not. And he'll say it's not about anything. You have to decide what you think it's about.
Yeah, and that's the point more than if he even has a meaning behind some of this stuff.
A lot of the theories go back to it's about a guy who is basically fearful of having his first child.
I mean, that's what it seems like.
That's
the most kind of...
And, I watched like a 20-minute YouTube video of like, yeah, this represents that, this represents that. I'm just like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry, it makes sense now that you're saying something. When I was watching, I had no clue.
Yeah. Also, he was a young dude when he made this. I don't know if he was actually about to have a child or whatever, but
yeah,
I can probably look that up. But yeah, if it is about that that's really cool. I always kind of figured it was a little bit autobiographical to some extent.
Yeah,
but I think he was.
There was an interview where he said like, I don't know where these thoughts come from. They just come to me, and I just make them kind of like they come into my head, and I put them into my movies.
That's cool.
So he says he's not really following a plot or like a script. It's just like these are the things that are happening in his head, and I'm gonna make it. And pretty impressive stuff for for the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 70s were a great time for film, but
I think with black and white too, you can get away with a few more things that you might not be able to get away with in color.
Yeah, the effects have definitely held up fairly well.
Yeah.
I mean, they look,
Alien Baby still looks cool.
It's still creepy,
yeah,
which is what it's supposed to be.
Who knows what color that baby is, and you can't really tell like the texture of the baby. And it looks kind of slimy.
Yeah, it's all like it's black and white, and it's also it's a little grainy. It's old. And,
definitely stands the test of time. But
still effective.
Yeah, but this one is just definitely like I don't.
Where would you put it up on your current list of Lynch filmography?
Well, it explains a lot. So that's his first film.
I believe so. Yes.
Dude, I don't know. I watch these things sometimes. I'm just like, I don't know how some people sit through these things, because like there'll just be like a solid 30 seconds of him just zooming out of a shot or zooming into a shot.
I mean, the opening, you're just like 2 minutes and you're on one shot still.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Blue Velvet I liked a bit more. It was easier to follow.
I definitely see that's got the most like literal plot, and it's the most
very interested to see Mulholland Drive now.
Yeah, Mulholland Drive is...
That movie came out in the 90s, right?
Yes. Let me double check. But yeah, 99.
Yeah, so very interested to see that.
Or sorry, 2001 actually.
Oh, okay, all right.
Not sure. There's a TV movie 1999 and then written by credit 2001. It's probably the same, but anyway.
I still think
Mulholland Drive is kind of in the middle. So there's a vague plot, but it kind of goes off the rails a little bit and gets pretty weird, but
I still think the best thing he's done is Twin Peaks.
Yeah. I think Mulholland Drive is probably my favorite.
Well, I haven't seen Mulholland Drive, so maybe my opinion will change. But
Mulholland Drive legitimately freaked me out when I saw it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I want more David Lynch.
Yeah.
I'm slowly becoming a very big fan of his.
Never would have guessed it, but hey, I'm glad.
Stanley Kubrick said that Eraserhead is his favorite movie.
That makes sense. He also made the cast of The Shining watch it before they filmed.
Oh, really?
There's your fun fact.
Fun fact. There is Kayla's fun fact about the movie. Yeah. But anything else to say about it?
There was something, but I'm kind of drawing a blank now. So, whatever.
All right. Well, that's it. Maybe we'll do one. We'll do one. I don't know. We'll do one next time.
We'll do one when the feeling strikes. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you didn't, it's at the end, so skip it. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to watch a lot more movies because... you've been watching a lot more movies, and I'm stoked. Television is going to be pretty slow for the next couple of months. Game of Thrones. Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. Coward. Yeah. But that's an hour a week. Basically it. So I'll probably be watching some movies this summer. So we'll see what happens. Winter's a good time for movie watching. A lot of TV shows. Though. Any time is good. All right. Well, that's it. We'll catch you on the next one.